My name is Nicole and I did Alpha at RIVER.CHURch. So I moved over to Ipswich from Birmingham. So I was very, very new to the area. I didn't really know anyone. But I ended up hearing about Alpha from Amy and Olivia. It was one of the first sort of things that was suggested to me, in a sense, of how to meet different people. And I think I was feeling quite anxious about it when I first went. Obviously moving to a completely different area, not really knowing anyone. I think the last thing that I sort of thought about doing was going to an Alpha event. I heard about it, but I think it was something that I didn't necessarily believe that it was something that I'd go to, something that I'd find myself flourishing in any way, shape or form. But there was free pizza on the first event, so I'd be stupid not to go, even if it was just to get the pizza. But I went there not really having many interactions with that many people within the church. I tended to keep to myself. I ended up going and I absolutely loved it. It was really, really fun for the first evening. It was just sort of getting to know everyone. It wasn't this big, intense experience that I was expecting. It was very calm. People wanted to get to know me. It wasn't necessarily diving straight into all of the really, really big questions at first. It was just sort of interacting with people and making sure that everyone felt as comfortable as they could, I think, in a sense. And as the weeks went on, I ended up meeting someone who's now one of my closest friends, Holly. We met at Alpha. We were in the groups together, but don't think we interacted with each other that much in the first couple of weeks because we were a bit too shy. But that's how that friendship sort of blossomed in the end, and now I serve on Alpha with another one of my closest friends, Robin, so I'm very, very blessed to sort of have Alpha in my life. In a sense, it's created a really, really foundation of what I have here at the Church of River. So I'm very, very blessed that I pushed myself to go. So I guess anyone who's thinking about going to Alpha but they're feeling a little bit unsure, I think go to the first one. If it's not how you expect it to be, you don't have to stay there. It's not a contract that you sign and you have to go every week. If it's not for you, you're not tied down. I initially went in thinking that this would not be for me, and I've ended up getting so many things out of it as well. And I really think that going to Alpha strengthened my faith. It made me feel that I could have bigger conversations. I think coming to River on a Sunday, I feel like I had so many other questions, but I couldn't find an appropriate time to ask them, in a sense. So Alpha was just the perfect place to go, and just to have that really, really safe space and to have that small group to interact with was really, really positive. And I think that asking those questions, it only strengthened my faith, and every week that I went there, it became easier to ask those questions as well. And I think that it's made me, I don't know how to explain it. It's made it easy for me to feel comfortable to share the good news of Jesus, which is obviously the best thing that you can expect to come from anything. So, how has Jesus changed my life? In so many ways. Healing, for one. He's healed so much. I feel like he's placed me to be here, specifically in Ipswich. He's looked after me when I didn't really necessarily think that I had many people that wanted to look after me in the way that he did, which is words can't put that into an explanation, really. I think as well, Jesus has changed my life in the sense that I'm completely different. I think the person that I was before I had faith is so opposite to how I am now. I feel like it's a separate person. I feel a lot happier, I feel very joyful, and I know that Alpha really, really strengthened that and helped that change to continue to blossom and to continue to flourish. Within River specifically, I think Alpha opened up a lot of opportunities for me. Obviously with people getting to know me, they learn about what your passions are, and it provides opportunity for people to see the potential that you have and the potential that Jesus has blessed you with. And I think that had I not been to Alpha and had those conversations, I don't think they'd necessarily have been realised as quickly as possible. So yeah, I'm just very, very, very blessed to have had Alpha in my life, I guess. I don't think I would have settled down as quickly either. Alpha's really, really great. It's amazing. People that you meet and the conversations that you have, you think that you can't have them types of conversations on the street, and then you go to Alpha and it just seems like so many doors and opportunities open for you, and you end up talking to a load of different people, and Alpha's one of the things that I feel like I'll always suggest to people if they're ever considering exploring faith. You don't have to be a Christian to go to Alpha. It's about having that openness and having that calmness and having those conversations and knowing that you're in a safe space to ask whatever it is that you want to ask. People aren't going to turn a shoulder to you. It's a place where you can go in and say, I really don't think I have any faith at all, and that's fine. And you're in the perfect place to go, I think, because the people in this church that are leading Alpha and that are really, really striving for it to be happening, a passion that they have behind it, it's those questions don't stop them. They don't change the way that they react to you. It's just so open, and you can be so honest and vulnerable. And it's just a really, really amazing place where testimonies end up being built. So yeah.